What's going on, guys? Sharif here. In this video I want to share with you guys important things that you should know if ever you're considering taking steroids, PEDs, SARMs, peptides. Alright, super important that you have the knowledge behind it and know what you're getting yourself into instead of regretting it later. Alright, yes, some things can look good from the outside, they can look like a quick fix, but understand the knowledge behind it, and then after that it's up to you to decide, should I do it or not. Alright, those things that I'll share with you were things that made me think twice about it personally. Alright, I'm a natural bodybuilder, been training for over 13 years, and that's basically my number one point, is that you can achieve a good physique naturally. Alright, if you look at me right now, a lot of people send me on Instagram, hey, your body is a dream body. I'm not trying to flex, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm kind of like an artist looking at one of his painting and saying that, hey, it looks good. I didn't need to use that certain ink, for example, but I was able to do it naturally. All right, you guys get the point. So you can get a good physique naturally. You don't need to jump on PEDs to get a good physique. Why I'm saying that? Because now on TikTok, on Instagram, it looks like the only way to reach results is taking PEDs. It's like if now PEDs, taking steroids, taking tren, it's the first step before even entering the gym. People are considering that. All right, and this is completely wrong. You can achieve a very good physique 100% naturally. There are many that have so much better physique than me. I'm still far from being at my natural best, but it's not about me. It's about you knowing that you can achieve a good physique naturally. All right, a lot of people, just by knowing that, some people told me just by looking at me and knowing that I'm natural, it helped them push PEDs for longer. All right, and that's all. That's a good step forward. All right, so that's number one. Number two, very important point, is that you gotta understand that it's not something that you'll take. You're taking your PEDs, you take, I don't know, a cycle of whatever it is, testosterone. You gotta go through a cycle where you get some gains, yes, and then after that, there's something called a post-cycle therapy, which you'll go into that down phase. Your testosterone level will drop, so you'll go into a little therapy to get your body creating again testosterone, producing testosterone, and in that phase you will lose a lot of gains. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, mood swings. All right, you might fall into a depression and you will not maintain the gains that you had during the cycle. So basically you're taking that risk, you're taking PEDs just to look good in this little time, 8, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, let's say 20 weeks. All right, but after that you go back to reality kind of, and you gotta go through a PCT. It's not a quick fix. Some people think that I'll just take it forever. You can't, all right? You'll just mess up your body super fast. It's something that you gotta cycle ups and downs, and you gotta know that, all right? Some people just don't know it. So it's important that you have that information. So there's a PCT, you'll be losing your gains. You're not gonna maintain everything you made during that cycle. And most of the time, you'll just be looking good during that cycle. All right, so that's another thing to consider. Number three, you're gonna be dependent on it. All right, it is a drug. It's a drug. You're dependent on it, and not because it's addictive, but it's because the feeling of being Superman in the gym is addictive. Now, you just started taking PEDs, you're benching 3 plates, 300 pounds for reps. All right, can you imagine once you'll stop, go back to the gym, bench only 1 plate? People that saw you all that big, muscular, huge veins, now you go back just as a regular dude. You're going from Superman to nobody. All right, I mean, that's just the reality of things. You go from a high to a low after that cycle, and a lot of people become dependent on it. They don't have the enjoyment of training naturally anymore because they're used to getting crazy pumps. They're used to repping 500 pounds. All right, so now they go back on barely doing 200 pounds, and it plays in the mind. All right, it's not easy, and this is something that made me consider it heavily. And that is, well, not consider it heavily, because bodybuilding is my passion. I can never lose the love that I have for it. All right, it's my therapy. I can't lose it. I don't want to risk losing that love that I have for bodybuilding naturally. I don't care even if you tell me I'll look like Mr. Olympia for 12 weeks, but after that I'll lose that passion. It's not worth it for me. I want to keep that love and relationship that I have with training, which is really part of my day. It's who I am. And yeah, I don't want to experience being the strongest man in the world, because then I will not be enjoying the progress that I'm making right now. As simple as that. That's my mindset. All right, so it's another thing to consider. You're dependent on it. One cycle is never one cycle. You start with one cycle and then slowly you go back into another cycle that's a bit stronger and a bit stronger, which will keep increasing, because then you will be plateauing. All right, it sucks, but it's the reality of things, and you gotta know it, guys. All right, I'm just here to give you guys the message. Don't hate me, don't hate the messenger. All right, number 4, side effects. All right, gyno, sorry, I said gyno because in France is gynecomastie. Anyways, gyno, guys, do you know that gyno needs surgery? All right, gyno comes from taking steroids. It's gonna create gyno. It's like those tits that we see on men. It's not a good look, and it needs surgery. And a lot of people, they don't know that gyno can be a cause of taking PEDs, and they think that it will go on its own without doing anything. It needs surgery. I was listening to a podcast before. The guy tried everything. He didn't want to do surgery up until he realized it was the only choice. All right. Apparently, it was 4 inches, whatever it is. It's crazy, right? But gyno, it's a risk. Pimples. All the side effects, losing your hair. I lost my hair naturally, unfortunately. I still lost my hair, but it's not a big deal for me. But pimples, gyno, what else? The mood swings, what else side effects? If you guys remember some, leave them in the comments. Of course, there's the health issues, all right? You gotta make sure all your organs are working properly, because then you're basically risking, that's a very big risk, right? It's your health. You're playing with your health. You're playing Russian roulette with your health. And most people don't do blood works. They don't do their due diligence. They don't go see a doctor. They don't do it the right way. They're taking PEDs that are pretty much made in a toilet or in a I don't know, in a basement. Because nowadays, you know, everything can be sold, right? So you guys are playing with your health, and you don't know what you're putting in your body, and you're risking your health, all right? Which is the most important capital that you have. It's your health, because everything else, if you lose it, you can remake it. If you lose money, you can remake it as long as your health is here. But health, if we lose it, unfortunately, we cannot buy it. All right, so remember that. Health risks, very important. You don't want to be messing with your health just to impress some dudes at the gym, right? You don't care about that. You care about doing it for years and years. You care about staying jacked even when you're 60, but do it the right way, the natural way, even if it takes longer. All right. Number 6, another kind of thing to consider. It's expensive. All right. I don't know the exact price. I don't even know dosages. I don't even know, people talk about dosages, numbers. They don't resonate with me. I don't understand what it is, but I know that this is something that is expensive. All right. People talk about it. It's known. And let's say you're taking your cycle, which I don't know, it's costing you $2,000 for 2-3 months. It's still a big amount, but it's not just that. It's the blood work behind it. It's all the supplements that you gotta buy to make sure your liver is working properly. This, that. It's the blood work, seeing a doctor, making sure that you have your test done, making sure that everything is working smoothly. Guys, it's an investment mentally, financially, with your health you're investing. It's a lot to consider, and it's not a game. It's not, I saw someone on TikTok that looks good, that has some veins. I love the shoulders that he has. Well, you know what? I'm going to take PEDs just like him, because it looks good from the outside. It looks like it's a quick fix, but it can ruin you eternally. A lot of people, a lot of clients, they send me messages, and they've been ruined by it in the past. And they tell me they don't know what to do anymore, because they thought that, hey, I'll just take one cycle and maybe bring my bench up a bit. And it's the lack of knowledge, all right? That's why I'm making that video. Learn more. This video is not enough. Go watch other videos. Google. Make sure that you're asking people that are older than you, that have been in there forever, that took PEDs, and check with them, all right? And just take their advices, take their opinions. At the end of the day, guys, I'm just here to encourage you to do it the natural route. It took me 13 years, but every single year I was seeing progress. I was happy, and every single year I feel like I'm at my best, and that's what matters. Or that's what matters the most, that you're progressing. Remember, it's not you against the biggest guy at the gym. It's you against yourself. All right. And if you keep showing up at the gym, you put in the work, you love it, you do it for years. Well, eventually you'll reach a physique that is sustainable, that you built naturally, and which will preserve your health. All right. I encourage you guys to stay natural. That's it for this video. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, liking if this video was valuable to you. If you're here for a while, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. You know what? in the comment, write down Natty Army. All right, write that down, Natty Army, and let's see you guys soon. Thank you all for watching.